Atlas Comics was a comic book publishing company that operated from the 1950s to the 1970s. While not as well known as other comic book publishers like Marvel or DC, Atlas Comics was an important player in the industry during its time. 1. History of Atlas Comics. Atlas Comics was originally founded in the 1950s as Timely Publications, a precursor to Marvel Comics. Timely Publications was founded by Martin Goodman, who had previously worked in the pulp magazine publishing industry. The company began by publishing comic books featuring characters like the Human Torch and Captain America in the 1940s. In the 1950s, Timely Publications rebranded itself as Atlas Comics in order to distance itself from its superhero past and publish a wider variety of genres. Under the Atlas Comics banner, the company published horror, western, science fiction, and romance comics, among others. Some of the most notable titles published by Atlas Comics during this time include Journey into Mystery, Strange Tales, and Tales of Suspense. In the 1960s, Atlas Comics began to focus more on superhero comics once again, as the genre experienced a resurgence in popularity. The company introduced new characters like the Amazing Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, all of which would go on to become iconic in the comic book industry. Atlas Comics was later rebranded as Marvel Comics, the name under which it continues to operate today. 2. Key characters and titles. While Atlas Comics is perhaps best known for its superhero titles published under the Marvel Comics brand, the company also published a wide range of other genres during its time as Atlas Comics. Some of the key characters and titles published by Atlas Comics include The Amazing Spider-Man. Created by writer Stan Lee and artist Steve Ditko, Spider-Man made his debut in Amazing Fantasy No. 15 in 1962. The character quickly became one of the most popular superheroes in the industry, known for his relatable qualities and struggles as a teenage superhero. The Fantastic Four. Created by Stan Lee and artist Jack Kirby, the Fantastic Four made their debut in The Fantastic Four No. 1 in 1961. The team consisted of Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, the Human Torch, and the Thing, and was known for their family dynamic and exploration of science fiction themes. The X-Men. Created by Stan Lee and artist Jack Kirby, the X-Men made their debut in The X-Men No. 1 in 1963. The team consisted of mutant superheroes with a wide range of powers, led by Professor Charles Xavier. The X-Men were known for their themes of prejudice and discrimination, which resonated with readers. Journey into Mystery, a fantasy anthology series that featured a rotating cast of characters and genres. The series introduced characters like Thor, the Norse god of thunder, who would later become a staple of the Marvel Universe. Strange Tales, another anthology series that featured stories of science fiction, horror, and fantasy. The series introduced characters like Doctor Strange, a master of the mystic arts, and Nick Fury, a secret agent and leader of the peacekeeping organization S.H.I.E.L.D. Tales of Suspense, a suspense and thriller anthology series that featured stories of mystery, crime, and espionage. The series introduced characters like Iron Man, a wealthy industrialist and inventor who created a suit of powered armor to fight crime. These characters and titles were instrumental in establishing the Marvel Universe and shaping the comic book industry as we know it today. 3. Impact on the comic book industry. Atlas Comics had a significant impact on the comic book industry during its time, both as Atlas Comics and later as Marvel Comics. Some of the key ways in which Atlas Comics influenced the industry include diversification of genres. Atlas Comics was one of the first comic book publishers to explore a wide range of genres beyond superhero comics. By publishing titles in genres like horror, science fiction, and romance, Atlas Comics helped to expand the audience for comic books and attract readers who were interested in different types of stories. Character development. Atlas Comics was responsible for creating some of the most iconic and enduring characters in the comic book industry, including Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men. These characters were known for their relatable qualities, complex personalities, and engaging storylines, which helped to set them apart from other superheroes at the time. Innovation in storytelling. Atlas Comics was also known for its innovative storytelling techniques and willingness to experiment with different narrative styles. By pushing the boundaries of what was possible in comic books, Atlas Comics helped to elevate the medium to new heights and attract a more diverse audience of readers. Creation of the Marvel Universe. One of the most important contributions of Atlas Comics to the comic book industry was the creation of the Marvel Universe. By introducing interconnected characters and storylines across multiple titles, Atlas Comics established a shared universe that would become a hallmark of the Marvel brand and set it apart from other comic book publishers. Overall, Atlas Comics was a pioneering force in the comic book industry, influencing the way stories were told, characters were developed, and audiences were engaged. While the company may not be as well known as Marvel or DC, its impact on the industry is undeniable and continues to be felt to this day. In conclusion, Atlas Comics was an important comic book publisher that helped shape the industry as we know it today. From its diverse range of genres and iconic characters to its innovative storytelling techniques and creation of the Marvel Universe, Atlas Comics left a lasting impact on the comic book industry that continues to be felt today. While the company may no longer exist under the Atlas Comics moniker, its legacy lives on through the characters and stories that continue to captivate readers around the world.